for the 12-inch pythons, but Tubes answers back with a nice knife on Rich here. So they're got to play smart, let their team spawn back in, set up, and just go for one more push here on bomb site B.
Yeah, and Tubes really needed to pick up that kill, but Swanee does manage to get the better of him. There is not long left, 33 seconds, and I can't see 12-inch Python actually coming back here.
Yeah, I mean, Galvs is set up in position, but he can't do it alone there. He's got to get some help from Spawn, and just the Blokes have done a great job fending off each one of these pushes on B. With 17 seconds left on the clock there, this is going to be their last move. Tubes is going to have to just go ahead, get down, and plant it here. As he moves in, nice play, gets aggressive, but Swanee takes him out, and that was their last chance.
Yeah.
Not much you could do there. You go aggressive, try to get the kill, go back and plant, but it is what it is, and it looks like the Blokes there picking up a map, so now we got 1-1 in the series.
Yeah, and I think Tubes knew that he had to go for that kill. He knew if he started planting there that he would have just been taken out.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a choice. I mean, at that point, Swanee saw him, so he couldn't go for any kind of a sneak plant. But there you have it. We're going into a game number 3 here. Close matches, both games. I mean, this one was a little bit more of a blowout, but...
Yeah, it was 2-0, but they were unlucky in that capture the flag. I do feel those 2 late captures by 12-inch Python, they really did play well to actually get those, but we are going to go into Search and Destroy now, the decider. First to 6 in the European rule set, slightly
like that,
different.
Though.
Yep, it's...
we did that for like one event.
Oh, well, yeah.
I like it, man. I mean, I know it draws the games out, but it emulates a little bit more of Counter-Strike, which certainly did the job right, and the search and destroy mentality. So I like 6 rounds. I think it's fair. It allows you to really determine who should be winning it.
Yep, and with the one... And it's going to be first to 6 in the...
Don't look at me, man. I'm I'll tell you the MLG rules, though.
Just
a little bit of barking over there from the Blokes, man.
Just confirming the rule type.
Confirming rules. Hey, man, we're in winners bracket 1 right now. Everybody's a little bit not warmed up or crispy, so hopefully we'll get it all down by the end of the evening going into Sunday here.
Yeah, so Search and Destroy can be very hit and miss. You can see some teams go absolutely huge on it, and I do feel it comes down to the individual player's skill sometimes rather than the team as a whole.
Oh, yeah. It's Search and Destroy stars, yeah. I mean, there's a certain element where team is very important, communication, moving throughout the map, but you find yourself in Search and Destroy in a lot of 1v1 gunfights, and you've got to win those, and that, at the end of the day, comes down to just raw skill. Yeah,
and we are going to try and connect to this game now. We're having the same technical difficulty as before.
Don't tell me we had a disc error again.
And we've just had that disc error, so...
No! Oh, man.
Going to try and get this loaded up, and we'll try and keep you updated on the rounds.
We're cursed with Black Ops discs, man.
So whilst we are sorting that out, the Blokes...
We're going to run to a GameStop and get a fresh new disc, man. Untouched, unscathed, as they would say.
Yeah, the Blokes are taking the attacking side to start with. We'll try and keep you updated with exactly what's going on, how many rounds to each team. And I'm just looking at Swanee's screen. It is the closest to me, and he's opted to use the assault rifle, the AK-47. He likes to play with the M16 quite a bit, but I think he's started to realise that it is a difficult gun to use on Black Ops. Maybe realising a little bit late.
Yeah, this isn't Call of Duty 4. M16 is a pain to use, but, I mean, it's got great long shot, but really in Call of Duty Black Ops, the maps were scaled down a little bit more compared to what Treyarch usually had, large maps. So it's just you don't find yourself in a position too often where an M16 is going to be the weapon of choice. I mean, that AK is just a badass gun, and it's usually the way to roll.
I mean, it can just be used at close range as well, the AK, where an M16 can't. You could be entering 3 bursts into someone and it just doing nothing.
You got to connect with that M16. It's just, there's a time and a place for the M16, but it's usually the AK that's going to be more favored in all those situations.
The attacking round is continuing here. We've still not seen one round go either way. We're trying to get this disc as soon as possible. If I leave that screen up there, you may be able to see some of the televisions. I'm not sure how good the live stream quality is. But you've just seen Swanee now fall, and he is out. It's going to be 25 seconds to actually get the bomb plant. An M16 was actually being used there, but it looks like the Blokes have lost round number 1.
Oh, hey, what's up, Slay?
And we're just going to...
12 is the game.
Oh, yeah. No, it would be
12.
Is it 12? And then you have these? Yeah, so...
Okay. And we're just trying to get these technical issues sorted as soon as possible at the moment.
I don't leave you guys open. You should have station.
It is still 1-0 in favour of 12-inch Python. This is the deciding search and destroy at the moment. Whoever wins this will continue in the winners bracket. Whoever loses will fall into the losers bracket at a very early stage for two quite good teams that could place high at this LAN. And Swanee still alive there.
Yeah, Mike. Which one?
He's actually fallen.
Oh yeah, shit.
Let's get a spit shine on this disc.
I can't do it though because of the outputs, because I have to choose between inputs and outputs.
1-1 on rounds at the moment for this search and destroy game. It is grid search and destroy that they are playing.
Yeah, it's just the way this mixer works, you have to pick between a BJ or
And now we are watching the Blokes on the attacking round again. Something I notice on grid quite a bit is the attacking round can be played quite defensively. You usually see teams sit back in their spawn for quite a while. Sometimes this does work against them though, as it allows the opposing team to actually push up and get a good lockdown, preventing them actually escaping from spawn.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
We are back with a working copy of Black Ops. We're going to try and join the game as soon as possible for you guys at home that are trying to spectate. Still in round number 3 of the search and destroy, 1-1 on score. And only 40 seconds left for the Blokes to get a plant down. They've not committed to either bomb just yet, but they need to try something. And the final person alive for the Blokes is going to be Jolly. Still 1-1 on rounds. The Blokes on the attacking side with only 8 seconds to get the bomb plant down. We have found their game now. We're just going to try and join it. Hopefully this Black Ops disc will work.
Yeah,
there we
buddy.
go.
Search and destroy grid, here we come. We've been late to the party a couple times today, but it's all good. Fashionably late, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah. But
So
now we're about to jump in, and what is it, 2-1 in favor of 12-inch Pythons, right?
In favor of 12-inch Pythons, that right. They are fighting it out, battling it out in this search and destroy game type. We're going to jump on board with Spetsnaz, who is going to be, and we're watching Galvs at the moment now, sticking with his SMG. He was playing really well with it on that launch demolition, as you commented yourself.
Yes, picked up a kill on Murdoch, man, as you just called him out with his good skills here. And we see this on grid search and destroy. Sometimes you see this conservative approach where you don't push in bomb B right away, you stay back. It looks like these guys are doing that as now they're starting to make some moves here. Galvs looking around on the map as they're trying to set up on B here. 45 seconds left on the clock as these guys are sticking together. Not worried about too much of the bomb, but trying to eliminate some of the enemy opponents here. They got all 4 up.
Yeah, and he's just taking his time at the moment. He's trying not to overextend himself too much. They are on the attacking round, but once you die, you are out. And he's just trying to make sure he stays alive with the rest of his teammates. They currently have... Ooh, good kill from Galvs, and Tubes cleaning it up, taking out Swanee, 3-1 to 12-inch Python.
Yeah, man, Galvs reacted quickly there as Tubes picked up the last ones, and as Swanee moving in the back steps, he was just waiting for him. Nice shooting, and there you have it. So now 3-1 in favor of the 12-inch Pythons. This is game number 3. Whoever loses this one is going to be knocked down into the losers bracket. So this is it, and like you said, 1st to 6.
And what we're going to do is stick with each team for 2 rounds, then switch over. So we'll stay on board with 12-inch Python again as the attempt to defend now on grid. You do see a lot of teams trying to get a quick push on B, and if they try and take it slowly, may advance to A, but still on board with Galvs. We're going to switch over, get the point of view of Edge at the moment. And again, he's using the SMG. And he's playing it slow at the moment with that MP5.
Yeah, even with the time, as as short as it is, they still play a little bit more here defensively before just getting aggressive, and then they just pounce on their opponent there. Edge getting a missed opportunity there as he tried to get a drop shot, but Jolly takes him out. Murdoch takes out Galvs, and now the Blokes starting to get a little bit of energy here as they take out 2 players early on in the round, so they're not giving up quite yet.
No, they are fighting back, and they are currently losing this search and destroy. They really do need to take this round. Swanee managing to pick up Luke JS, leaving Tubes all on his own.
That's a team ace right there as the Blokes come back, answer the call, and now it's 3-2 there as they were able to knock out the whole team. So the Blokes trying to stay in this game, but it is still 3-2 in favor of the 12-inch Pythons.
Bringing up the scoreboard, just showing you how everyone is playing. Edge with 5 kills to his name and only 2 deaths, also getting a plant as well, so playing really well. We are going to switch over though now, see exactly what is going on for the Blokes and whether they are able to get back into this game, the decider of winner bracket round number 1.
Murdoch trying to get a nice early nade off there, doesn't connect, throws up a flash, does pick up hit markers. He knows somebody's over there, and you wonder if they're just sticking back. But I like his move here. You got to keep an eye on B. I mean, very few times you see anybody ever push A on this map, so B is always a showdown happens there as shots are being fired in there, and Murdoch comes in, takes out Tubes, nice shooting there, and jumps back down to take out Luke. He is on fire right now. He's everywhere you want him to be.
Yeah, he has had some really accurate zoom. We saw him playing really well in the demolition when he was defending the bomb site just below launch. He is alive with one of his teammates now.
It's a 2v1 here.
2 versus 1 against Edge. Murdoch is taking his time. The ex-Link player is slowly just going to try and get up, set up in a good position now. And he's just going to try and run the time down. I mean, there's only 30 seconds, and Edge does need to get a plant, so
yeah,
it's
this
important.
Is, Edge is the one that's got to win this, and Edge comes out, takes out Murdoch there, so making it a 1v1 situation. Swanee's going to lay low. He knows he's got a plant, or he's got to seek out and find Swanee if they want to pick up a win, and this is a good place where he's at. He's able to get good coverage of everywhere on the map, as it is just an intense battle here, because Edge, keep in mind, is 7-2, while on the other side, Swanee's 3-3. Edge is on fire there, as I think you might have heard a bomb plant, gets up hit markers, knows he's on B, and nice plant there. Well moved there. Swanee let it happen, so now he is the one that's being hunted out, has to find him and get it defused there. 35 seconds left on the clock, and this is coming down to a little bit of a cat and mouse game here, Rel.
Yeah, this is going to be really big for Edge if he can pull this off. It was a 1 versus 2, and he had to get that bomb plant down. It was looking unlikely for him, but he managed to pull it off. 20 seconds. Swanee needs to do something here.
And this is anticipation. He's wondering where he's at, looking around, and just smart play. It is Edge that's on the map here, and Swanee trying to make some moves here. It is going down on B, and Edge comes in, takes out Swanee. Nice shooting by him. Not much you can do there. It's a tough there when you find yourself in a 1v1 with a bomb planted, because once you get the bomb down, you can kind of move around and make moves, and then it's up to the person to defuse it there. And just nice play by Edge, and he is 8-2, single-handedly putting the 12-inch Pythons on his back. Nice play there, as it is now 4-2. The Blokes are down by 2 rounds.
Yeah, and he's also playing objectively as well, which is slightly harder. You know, he's not taking that defensive role. He's running in there and getting those bomb plants as well as those kills. Jumping on board with Jolly, who is going to be another assault rifle player, has just been flashed and finding himself in a spot of trouble.
And we're on board with Jolly here as these guys are sticking back a little bit, going with a different tactic of splitting the map. I like this. This is switching it up a little bit. They got to try something different here. As they're on offense, they need to pick up your round in a big way. You got to, in search and destroy, you always got to win your defense here, and they don't have that luxury. Being down 4-2, they've got to step it up and get an offensive win here as Edge takes out Jolly. Edge is going for 10 kills, and there you have it as he picks up a 2-piece. He is now 10-2 with 2 plants. So Edge is just a monster right now, doing big things, and now it's going to be Murdoch all alone in a 4v1 situation, and this is going to be tough apples for him to try to pull this one off.
Yeah, it's 4 versus 1, and he's on the attack as well. I mean, they could split up, have 2 person at either bomb site, and it's still going to work against him. Having trouble getting into a bit of a gunfight with someone now, but the time is running out, and he needs to do something here.
Yeah, and he gets taken out there by Tubes. It's only a matter of time. Incredibly hard to pick up an ace in a 4v1 situation. And now 12-inch Pythons 1 round away from advancing in a winner's bracket, round number 2, knocking the Blokes into the loser's bracket here. So tough play by those guys. And really, it's coming at the hands of Edge, which is 10-2, like we said. I mean, just dominating the Blokes right now.
Yeah, and it is going to be important for them to be drawn against the Blokes in round number 1 as an unseeded team is certainly a dent in confidence, so to win this will be big for them. They don't want to be going into the losers bracket so early with them being a strong team themselves.
And smoke screen goes up there at the end of the hallway as Rich takes out Tubes, Jolly takes out Gals, and the Blokes trying to stay in this game here as they knock 2 down. Edge answers back, taking out Murdoch. Swanee takes out Luke. So now it is the menace Edge who gets taken out by Rich. So the Blokes staying alive, 5-3 in the round, as they were not, the 12-inch Pythons just couldn't close it out there. Blokes starting to come alive a little bit, but Edge, again, can't say enough about him. He is just keeping this team in here.
Yeah, the Blokes need to win 4 consecutive game types, 4 consecutive rounds now. They've managed to win round number 1. They've got 3 more to go, and we're going to stick with them as they try and battle this out. Let's watch Luke JS as he is on the defense now with his assault rifle. Going to see what he can do with a grenade.
Yeah, this is going to be the round that they've got to close it out. Edge gets a nice early nade kill on Rich as Galps takes out Murdoch. That's going to be 2 down for the Blokes here as Jolly answers back, taking out Edge. That's going to be a huge kill on behalf of Jolly as we find ourselves in a 3v2 situation. So early gun battle exchange here with now 1 minute left on the clock. Luke sticking back on defense, making sure A is covered as we check it out. Swanee and Jolly are up on the board for the Blokes. On the flip side, we've got Luke, Gals, and Tubes up for 12-inch Pythons. They were able to take out Edge, which was a big play there. So now this 3v2 situation, 45 seconds left. Luke's going to be covering 1 bomb. And it looks like, who do we have up on the other there? It is going to be Galvs of Tubes covering the other one. So they're well defended on these bomb sites. Blokes got to play smart, win their 1v1 battles here if they're going to get in there. And Jolly takes out Tubes, shots fired. Swanee gets taken out by Luke there. 28 seconds left on the clock. It is now a 2v1 situation with only Jolly up going against Luke and Galvs. This is going to be a tough matchup here as it is a 2v1 with those guys on defense here, the 12-inch Python. So they've got it made for them.
Yeah, Jolly's going to have to do well, but there it is, the final kill of the winners bracket, round number 1, in favour of Luke JS. We will see this in the kill cam now, as he was managed to just get on top of that lorry in the middle of the map and pick up the final kill, as we saw Jolly advance into the bomb site, probably going to go for the plant. I'm putting up the scoreboard there. We've mentioned it many times, but Edge playing phenomenal.
Edge and Luke, man, combined 18 and 8 with 3 plants. Those guys are the difference makers, so big play coming out of both of those guys. So got to give it up, 12-inch Pythons, as they knock the Blokes down in the losers bracket here in game number 1 that we had, match number 1, I should say.
Yeah, so very, very close, and we will continue to provide coverage of the games now, and we will be back with you shortly.